Lovely viewers. Song Joong-ki, the man who has spent years avoiding anything that connects him to his past with Song Hye Kyo, was just caught doing something nobody ever thought they would see again. A fan spotted him. Yes, actually smiling, while looking at an old photo of Song Hye Kyo. Not a new picture. Not a promotional poster. An old memory. A photo from a time when they were younger, happier, and madly in love. And that little smile. It wasn't forced. It wasn't accidental. It was that small, soft, warm smile someone wears only when the heart remembers something sweet. Now, imagine the scene with me. Joong-ki sitting casually, probably scrolling through his phone or a message someone showed him. Suddenly, that familiar face appears. And instead of the usual neutral expression he's been known for whenever her name comes up, something different happens. His eyes soften. His lips curve. Just for a moment long enough for someone nearby to snap a picture, long enough for that smile to betray what he may have been trying to bury for years. And viewers, let me ask you honestly, can someone smile like that at a person they've completely moved on from? Think about your own life. When you see an old photo of someone you once loved deeply, someone who shaped your heart, don't memories come flooding back? Don't you feel something stir inside you, even if you try to deny it? That's exactly why fans are losing their minds right now. Because that smile wasn't casual. It was nostalgic. It was emotional. It was real. As soon as that moment leaked onto social media, comments exploded. People wrote things like, "This is not a man who's moved on. You can see the love in his eyes. And why does it look like he misses her?" Others went even deeper, analyzing the angle of the smile, the warmth in his eyes, the slight tilt of his head. You know how fans become instant detectives when it comes to their beloved stars. And honestly, their analysis wasn't far-fetched. The moment truly looked like a crack in the emotional wall Song Joong-ki has been carefully maintaining. Some fans even pointed out how rare this is. You know how careful he's been over the years. How he avoids mentioning her. How he never reacts publicly to anything connected to her. It's almost like he built a fortress around himself. So, for him to be caught off guard like this, it says something. Something he probably didn't intend to reveal. Something that slipped out from somewhere deeper than logic. And let's not forget what picture he was smiling at. Not a glamorous red carpet shot. Not a Vogue photo shoot. It was a simple old photo of Song Hye Kyo. The kind that looks like it was taken in between moments. Candid. Memory. A snapshot of a woman he once knew intimately. Not just the actress, but the person. And that kind of photo hits differently, doesn't it? It's the type that makes the heart remember the softness of a past life. Lovely viewers, many believe that the heart never fully forgets its first real love. And Song Hye Kyo wasn't just a co-star or a short-term partner for him. She was the woman he married. The woman he promised forever to. Their love story was one for the ages. Passionate, beautiful, tragic, and unforgettable. Even if their paths have gone separate ways, memories like that don't simply vanish. They stay tucked inside the heart, waiting for moments like this to slip out through a helpless little smile. Now think of the timing too. This didn't happen years ago. It happened now, when both he and Song Hye Kyo have been in the spotlight for completely different reasons. She's been glowing lately. More confident, more serene, more beautiful than ever. And fans believe Joong-ki has noticed. In fact, some say he's been reacting subtly for months, in ways too tiny for the general public to see but too obvious for the die-hard fans to ignore. Was this smile one of those reactions? Some fans are convinced. They argue that you don't react this warmly to an old photo unless your heart is still holding on to something. Maybe it's regret. Maybe it's nostalgia. Maybe, just maybe, it's love. Others say it's the universe trying to reconnect two people who were once each other's everything. Because let's be honest, very few celebrity couples ever had the chemistry Song Joong-ki and Song Hye Kyo had. The way they looked at each other, the way they protected one another, the way they carried themselves. They radiated a softness that can't be faked. And a smile like this, it makes people wonder if that softness still exists somewhere inside him. Lovely viewers, let me ask you, Do you believe that smile means something? Do you think Song Joong Ki still has feelings for Song Hye Kyo? Do you think memories of their past love still linger in his heart? Because right now, the internet is divided into two groups. Those who say it was just a harmless smile, and those who believe he couldn't control the affection that surfaced for a split second. But here's where things get even more interesting. After the photo went viral, insiders claim Joong Ki became noticeably quiet behind the scenes. He didn't deny it. He didn't react angrily. He didn't make a statement. Instead, he acted like someone who knows he got caught in a moment he wasn't ready to explain. Silence can be loud. Louder than words sometimes. And this silence, it was deafening. Meanwhile, fans of Song Hye Kyo started speculating too. Some said they hope she never sees the picture because it might reopen old wounds. Others said they hope she does see it because it might make her realize he still cares. But deep down, everyone is thinking the same thing. Does this moment mean their love story isn't completely over? Imagine if Song Hye Kyo saw the photo. Imagine her reaction. Would she smile softly too? Would she sigh? Would she brush it off? Or would it stir something in her heart the way it stirred something in his? So let's dive back into that moment. That single stolen second when Song Joong Ki's heart slipped through his carefully built defenses. Because what followed after that photo leaked is where things get really interesting. After the image hit the internet, fans started connecting dots. Dots that suddenly make sense when viewed together. And the biggest one, Song Joong Ki's behavior in the days following the viral moment. Lovely viewers, he didn't just ignore the world. He withdrew, quietly, subtly, like a man caught remembering something he hadn't allowed himself to feel in years. People close to him noticed that he became unusually reflective, lost in thought, smiling to himself at random moments, even pausing when someone mentioned her name. And that's when fans began to say, "This isn't coincidence. This is a man revisiting emotions he thought he locked away." But that's not all. Something else happened too. Something even more surprising. Song Hye Kyo posted an update online, and let me tell you, the timing was too perfect to ignore. It wasn't a direct message, not something obvious or dramatic.
Well,
it was a simple, serene picture of her sitting alone, looking out at a quiet landscape. No caption, no explanation, just an image that radiated calmness but carried a shadow of longing. And naturally, the fans asked the question we're all thinking. Was she responding to the photo of Joong Ki smiling at her picture? Some believe she absolutely saw it. Others insist she felt it. Because sometimes the heart can sense when someone from your past is thinking of you. And the moment she posted that gentle, introspective picture, the entire fandom went wild, saying, "This is her reaction. This is her acknowledging the energy between them." Lovely viewers, imagine what must be going through her mind. Imagine seeing an old partner, someone who once held your hand, whispered dreams to you, made promises under warm lights, smiling at your old photo. Imagine knowing that love didn't vanish completely, that it simply grew quiet but never fully died. Wouldn't your heart tremble a little? Wouldn't memories come knocking again? Some insiders say that Song Hye Kyo's mood shifted after the post. Not sad, not upset, just contemplative. They say she looked like someone who had received unexpected news. Someone who wasn't sure whether to smile or sigh. Someone whose heart tightened just enough to remind her that feelings don't evaporate. They evolve. And here's where things take an even deeper turn, lovely viewers. Fans began resurfacing old interviews where Song Joong Ki spoke about love in a way that now sounds almost prophetic. Interviews where he admitted that when he truly loves someone, he loves quietly, deeply, and for a long time. That even when relationships end, the affection doesn't disappear overnight. That he remembers the smallest details, the little things that others forget. Now place those old words next to that new smile. Doesn't it paint a picture? Doesn't it feel like a hidden confession, unspoken yet loud enough for the world to hear? And viewers, don't think the entertainment industry isn't buzzing. Other celebrities have reportedly reacted too. Some privately, some through subtle gestures. A few close colleagues said they're not surprised. They claim that despite the silence, despite the distance, despite the years, they always sensed something unresolved between the two. Something that felt suspended in time, like unfinished poetry. But here's the twist. Not everyone is thrilled. Some fans worry that reopening this emotional door could hurt both of them again. They fear the press will spin it into something dramatic, something messy. But others argue the opposite, that this could be the first step toward healing, the beginning of a softer chapter, one where both of them confront feelings they avoided for too long. Lovely viewers, let's be real. Love, deep, once-in-a-lifetime love, doesn't disappear because life became complicated. It doesn't erase itself just because circumstances changed. You can move on, grow, even build a new life, but some people imprint on your heart in ways that time can't undo. And for many, that smile was proof that Hye Kyo is one of those people for Joong. But what happens now? What will he do next? Will he stay silent, pretending that moment meant nothing? Or will he let his guard down again? Maybe even send her a quiet message, something as small as a "How have you been?" We don't know. But the world is watching. And what about her? Will Hye Kyo keep posting calm, thoughtful images that feel like subtle responses? Will she start paying attention to his moves again? Will her heart soften, even a little? Lovely viewers, the most fascinating love stories aren't the loud ones. They're the ones written in tiny reactions, unguarded smiles, quiet posts, and lingering feelings that refuse to fade. From the moment fans began interpreting that smile as a sign, something else began happening behind the scenes. Something subtle, something almost invisible unless you're paying very close attention. People close to Joong started noticing tiny changes in him. They say he seems lighter, softer, like someone who has finally allowed himself to revisit a part of his life he's avoided for too long. His schedule has been the same, but his demeanor, completely different. As if a burden has lifted, or an old wound started healing the second his heart acknowledged that memory of Hye Kyo. And viewers, let me tell you what one insider quietly whispered. He looked like a man who remembered happiness. Isn't that powerful? Not heartbreak, not bitterness, happiness. As if that little smile at her old photo pulled him back to a time when love felt pure, warm, and genuine. It's almost as if he remembered the version of himself who existed beside her. A version so beloved by fans, a version even he may have missed without realizing. But here's where things become even more intriguing. Hye Kyo, on her side, didn't remain untouched by all the noise swirling around her name. Even though she didn't address anything publicly, people around her noticed something too. She's been quieter than usual, moving thoughtfully, pausing more, as if lost in her own reflections. Ask yourself, what kind of memory makes a person slow down like that? What kind of emotion makes you stare off into the distance as if you're trying to hear a voice from your past? Some say she looked like someone who felt the weight of an invisible connection press against her heart once more. Someone who sensed that the person who once loved her deeply might still feel something that never fully died. Lovely viewers, here's where the puzzle pieces begin to fit. Not long after the smile went viral, fans noticed that Joong revisited a social media account he hadn't interacted with in ages. One that happened to follow fan pages dedicated to Dots, the drama that made him and Hye Kyo a global power couple. Now this is where the speculation went wild. Did he go back out of curiosity, nostalgia, or something deeper, like the desire to remember a time when love felt effortless? Meanwhile, someone close to Hye Kyo hinted that she's been listening to old songs recently. Songs she used to play during quieter moments of her marriage. Songs filled with soft piano, gentle lyrics, melodies that speak of warmth, loss, and tender memories. And fans didn't miss it. They recognized the titles, the emotional themes, and the timing. And the fandom began whispering, "Is she remembering too?" Now, viewers, picture this emotional landscape. Two people living separate lives, surrounded by their own worlds, but suddenly connected again through an old photograph, a smile full of softness, and a storm of resurfaced memories. It sounds like the beginning of a story that is writing itself without their control. And the world is watching every subtle movement, every breath, every glance, every silence. Let's go even deeper. Some fans noticed something else, something far too specific to ignore. A bracelet Song Joong wore recently. A simple accessory. Nothing flashy. But fans quickly recognized it as similar to one he wore years ago during quieter, more intimate moments with Song Hye Kyo. Now, did he wear it intentionally? Or was it one of those unconscious choices someone makes when they're feeling deeply nostalgic? Whatever the reason, that bracelet became another clue in the growing belief that the emotional distance between them is shrinking, if only emotionally for now. And then there's the way Joong has been smiling lately. Not just at that photo but in general. Viewers, you know his smiles. You've seen the bright ones he shows during press conferences, the polite ones during interviews, the charming ones for fans. But beneath all those, there's a different smile. Rare, gentle, almost shy. A smile he used to show during his early days with Song Hye Kyo. And lately he's smiled like that again. Coincidence? Or is his heart finally softening in a way even he can't hide? Now let's shift to Hye Kyo. People say she has been glowing differently. Not in a superficial way, but in that emotional, inner light kind of way women often show when something or someone has softly touched their heart again. She's been more serene, more thoughtful, even more radiant in recent public appearances. And fans asked, what changed? What shifted in her world? And that's when others said, maybe she felt the moment too. Lovely viewers, here's the question we can't ignore. Can emotions really travel across time, across distance, across silence? Can one nostalgic smile from the past tug at the heart of someone far away? Many believe yes, because some connections are woven too deeply to truly sever. And this brings us right back to where we paused earlier. Is something pulling them closer again? Every sign, every reaction, every shift suggests that the emotional thread between them is vibrating again. Softly, delicately, but undeniably. Whether it leads somewhere new or simply allows old wounds to heal, that's the mystery unfolding in front of us. So what happens next? Will Song Joong dare to take a step forward? Maybe a message, a quiet check-in, a simple gesture to test the waters? And will Song Hye Kyo respond with equal softness? Lovely viewers, the anticipation is growing, and every day feels like a new chapter waiting to be written. Tell me, what do you think their hearts are whispering to them right now? And do you feel deep down that this small spark might turn into something even bigger?